The recording will soon start. Yeah. Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
All right,
Yes, so
good.
we can
So
see
good
it though.
evening.
But
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
sorry.
I welcome us officially to second to the last part of our Power BI. Hopefully, we'll cover to the extent I look forward to see us covering, right? So today, what we'll be doing is very simple, and that's what we'll be dealing with what I call data modeling, and we'll be creating a date table. So, and once we are done with that, we'll be writing some DAX make sure. So from there, we're able to design dashboard. So hopefully if there is time, you can finish the dashboard. But if not, if you cannot finish, that means we completed last year. And that's how we are going to end for our what's it called? Our Power BI, then move on to SQL. So when we talk of data modeling,
Sorry, can you hear
what
me?
does what does data modeling, what does it mean? What are the terms in data modeling? Like that, things like that, I want us to know. So when we talk of data modeling is just a way of how will I put it? I'm trying to say where I can use it, of integrating data to each other. Yeah, let me just use that term. So I will now explain. We now find the one that suits us. See, this uh this screen this tag. I'm tired of really doing this thing. So when we talk of I want to maximize this screen here. Yeah. So when we talk of data modeling is just a way of should I say like consolidating or creating relationship between tables, between your facts table and your dimension table. So let me see if some people are trying to do so that can naturally help me. Okay, nobody's joining. So what do I mean by saying that now is we have something we call fact table, we have something that we call dimension table. So the process of we joining our fact table together, the process of we joining our dimension, mixing them together is what we now call what data modeling. And let me open this space and try to give us a pictorial diagram, right? I'm not trying to give us definition for maybe book. I'm trying to use one that we can actually know. So let's say, for example, now we have we have a table, one table like this. What am I clicking? Okay. Let's say, for example, we have one table like this, one. We have another table like this, two. We have another table like we can have as many tables, and we can have as maybe up to 7, up to 6 tables. So the process of we what joining this table to this one, joining this table to this one, maybe joining this table as well to this one, depend. That's what we call what data modeling. Is the process of creating relationship between our fact table and our dimension table. That's just the simple definition I just want to give us so that it will not be like what's data modeling. Immediately we are always saying data modeling. I want to model my data. I want what they are saying is what they want to create relationship between them. And for us to be able to create a relationship between this table, there is something that please who else cannot hear me? Can we hear me? Hello,
We can
can
hear you
anybody
Yes.
hear
clearly.
me? Okay, because the person that saying
Yes, so
cannot
we
hear
can
me.
hear you.
So
We can hear
please,
you.
all right. So it's a process whereby we are now creating relationship between your table, one or two tables. And when you are creating the relationship, what do you need is there's something we call primary key. I think in SQL, primary key will be dealing with that. My colleagues that will taking us, we have something that we call primary key. This one is ARY. Sorry, key. Then we have kokoro, just normal key that open padlock. So what is primary key? Primary key is just like a unique identifier that link that is very unique to this table. Such that example of what I'm saying now is, let's say we have a table called bank table. What is the content of this bank table? Is what bank ID, bank name, bank account number. So in this table now, what will be the primary key there is the bank ID, because it's just like the way you have the account number now. You don't have two people using the account number. It's just the way we have student ID, student matric number, just the way that we have staff ID number. It's only you that you are using it. So that kind of key is what we call what is very key. It's very unique rather. So it's nobody, you can't have duplicate on that table. You can't see on maybe on the school register now, the registry of the school telling you that we have two students using the same matric number. It's not possible. Likewise, in real world data as well. So when we want to do our data modeling, we deal with the what with the primary key. And when we are dealing with the primary key, we have something that we now called let me call it dimension table. So dimension table is the one that describes to us a particular object, let me call it object first, or entity, or a table. Example of a dimension table now is just like we can have a product table. Inside that product table, you have a product ID, you have the product name, maybe product price, product description, product category. Everything relating to that product is what you are going to have inside that product table. So you can have another table called what? Customer table. Inside that customer table, you're going to have a customer ID, customer name, customer phone number, customer location. Just the same way that we have it here in the data that I share with us. Like this customer table, now you can see now you have it, you have customer ID, customer name, customers. It can go on, maybe customer phone number, customer location, customer this. You can keep on having. You see now we now have another one to products. We have a product ID, product category, product name. You can have product price, you can have product something, you can keep on having, but everything that you are going to have within that table will be what? Will be unique to only products. And this product ID, you cannot see duplicate because of what? You can never have a product ID having what? Having two unique IDs. And what am I saying is now if products A1 is five alive puppy. Is five alive puppy. We can't still have another product A1 saying Fanta lemon. It's not possible. Product ID will always what? Will always be unique on this table. You can't have it, even if you put in a conditional format now and say, okay, you want to check for unique, we can't see on this table. We can't see it. And one way we can check, in case for those that might be doubting, is we can run our unique function. We'll talk about the unique function, right? I think that was second class we started. So want to know maybe there is any duplicate in this table, then you run your counting for needs. If right, so we have this here. So one, two. You can see now that we have 1, 1, 1, 1. You can see for those that might try to say they want to confirm. I think I'm seeing 2. Okay, so there is 2 here. Oh. I think that is a mistake. That is a mistake from the Tasha. That is a mistake. But majorly on your dimension table, you only have it 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So let me just try to filter. Let's see, because we have issues when we are dealing with. So I will still show us how we can do that too. I want to try it and see where we have in issue. Because on your dimension table, which is the one like I said that is the one describing a particular table, particular entity, or particular object. So all these products are actually duplicated. So when we get to Powerbi, I will showing us how we can actually get rid of them. So let me accept this people. That's want people to join very early, so we won't be coming back and coming back. So I'll be removing all these duplicates. So on our dimension table, we won't be having anything that is called what? Duplicate on our primary key. Dimension table. We won't be having anything like duplicates at all. There's nothing like duplicate on our dimension table. So dimension table, like I've said, is description for maybe products, customer, maybe phone, maybe bank, maybe book. You can keep on having dimension table depending on what you want to do. Depending on what you want to do. Maybe like me now as a fleet analyst, I have a dimension table whereby I have what all the list of all the trucks that I work with. I can have a truck now with 2 plate number. 2 plate number cannot belong to what? 2 different truck at the same time. I can only have 1 plate number for one truck, 1 plate number for one truck, 1 plate number for one truck. Exactly. So that kind of something is what we call what? Dimension table. And HR now cannot have a staff ID belonging to 2 people. It's only 1 person. It's just like a serial number that they paste on our computer too. Maybe at work, you have a serial number or asset number. It's only the asset number that is unique to that laptop. If it's laptop that they are giving you access to, or is your MiFi, is your mouse, anything, it's only unique to it. So that kind of something is what we call what dimension table. What's dimension table? Is one that is just describing the object, maybe the name of the person, the location, the age, the date of birth, everything. That's just it, right? Then we now have another one which is called what the fact table. Fact table is now something like this. Fact table. We can still try to read more on it. I'm just trying to paint a real world scenario for us all to understand, right? Fact table is something whereby that captures the observation, that captures the records of each should I say each user. So what does I mean by this now is a customer ID with ID 111 can actually visit the supermarket 20 times in a day. There is a place that is being recorded too. Okay, he came in the morning 8 a.m. He came in the 12. You know, he's coming here, he's not coming in with his full name again. He's only coming in with this ID. Let's say now, okay, for a student now, you are going to exam. Maybe you have 3 papers in a day. If you go for your first paper, the lecturer will just tell you, write your only matric number. Once you write your matric number, you know how you can come and use something like VLOOKUP with the registrar to know your full details, to know your college, to know the name of your lecturer when you join the school. You can actually do that with your matric number. Exactly a customer too that is coming in to buy goods from the supermarket. You can buy goods in the morning now. Or you enter BRT if you are in Lagos, you enter BRT in the morning, you enter it in the morning, you enter in the afternoon. There is a place that all this, each time that you are being what you are transacting, each time you are patronizing them, there is a place that is all those things mean what they are being recorded to. That's simply what we call our fact table. So fact table often have what we call what duplicate. It has observation, just like record. Okay, he came in the morning, he came in the afternoon, he bought fufu, he bought teba. So it keep on recording every transaction that somebody does. Just like maybe you visited your bank now, you use your ATM in the morning, you can spend money finish and say, I want to go and withdraw again. Right. That's exactly what it is. And fact table always have something like should I say value, something like profit, something like sales, amount you withdraw in the morning, amount you withdraw in the afternoon, how much you pay to the driver in the day, how much you pay to the driver when you are going home. There is a place, all those ones are being recorded on what? On your fact table.
Yes.
So that's please let us meet
Yeah.
our mic. That's our fact table and our dimension table. So I'll be taking this data to Power BI now. So we'll be doing the modeling, right? I hope we don't have any question. If you have any question, you can ask me before we proceed.
Good. Sorry. Mine is not a question, but I didn't get the data that you said you sent. I didn't get it in my email.
Since when have you been joining the class?
Since the first class now.
I've shared it. Please, who else didn't get the data set? The data set, even the mail I sent tonight, I think is attached. Please, you can just check that.
I've checked. It's not there.
Wow, I will share you. You may have to mail me. You may have to mail me after the class. I can't do that now, all right? You have to mail me after the class, so I will share you. Sorry about that. I will share you. So I want to try to make sure that I've removed anything that doesn't belong to that table there. Right? So that's it. I hope anytime you are in dimension table, fact table, we are in it. It's not something big deal, right? That's the summary of everything which I just told. Okay, so this data is fine now. So I can proceed to my Power BI now. So this is my Power BI. I'll go to this place. Okay, so we've done all this place before, right? So for those that didn't, you might have to watch the video, how to bring in data to your Power BI. We've done all this place. We've part this place. So okay, so I'm bringing in that data now. So we can see now that we have the sheet inside this my Excel file. We're having them here. Order, customer, product, location is the same thing that we are seeing here. So I'm working with this fact table. I'm working with the customer table. I'm not working with the dashboard. I'm working with the location. Orders. Okay, let me see the difference between these orders and fact table. I think they should be the same thing, sure. Okay, let me work with orders. Orders is here. So let me see. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let me just work with anyone. They are the same thing, sha. Let me just work with this one. Let me work with product. So I'm loading this. So I'll be doing some transformation. We already done that. So I will rush that part. Right. So we've already taught us how to do our data manipulation. So okay, this place is cleaned. Okay, so we are good. So fine. Let me check this last one. Okay, we are good. We are good here too. Fine. So I loaded this on my Power BI. So the data is loading now. You can see the data is loading. Are you following me? Is
Yes, so we
anybody
are following.
okay?
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
we've loaded the data inside our Power BI now. We've loaded. So once we want to do a data model, we come to this. Okay, I think that is this thing we need to do again. I need to remove duplicate on the dimension table because I remember I saw duplicate the last time. So I'm going to come here, right click on this place. You can see duplicate, remove duplicate. So I'm going to remove duplicate from here. So I've removed duplicates. I'll come to this one too. I've explained to us reason why we cannot have reason why we cannot have duplicates, right? I've explained to us why we can't have a product ID belonging to two different products at the same time. Is wrong. So right, so we are done. Yeah, we are cool here now. So going back. I'm sure we are still on the same page now. We are not lost, Abby. We are doing fine now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
no issue.
All right, no issue. Good, good, good. No issue. There should not be any issue. So now I want to do our data modeling. Last class, I told us that we have our report view, we have our table view, and we have our model view. So we're working with this model view. So it is in this model view that we'll be doing our what? Our data model. So let me just delete this one and let me start again. So let me delete it so that I can start afresh. So you see that Power BI automatically created the relationship between this one. I was explaining something to us that last time about these options and settings. So the auto relationship detector was turned on. That was why the Power BI could easily create relationship between both of them. So you can see now that this is our fact table. Inside our fact table now, we have what? Country ID. We have what here too? Country ID. So just drag it on themselves. Finish. You've created a relationship between them. So let me do something for us like this. See now, I've created the relationship now between our country. So from my country ID now, I can pick country. I can do sales by country now. Even though I don't have country on my fact table here. You can see now my fact table now, you can see that there is no country here. But just because that I've created a relationship between country ID, country table or location and the fact table. I can actually now say I want to do sales by country, which means I can pick my country from this location, then pick my sales from this from this my fact, because I've already created the relationship between both of them. So we have another one here. You can see customer ID. Just take the customer like this, create it like this. So from this one to now, I can easily say I want to do sales by segment, sales by profits. I want to do it because of what I've created a relationship between both of them. I'm coming. So let me just allow this. Let me allow these our colleagues that want to enter. Let me allow them in. So, so product ID too. We have for our product ID. So we'll do the same thing. So what we've done now is what we've created what we call data modeling, which is what we created a relationship between them. So it's always now good to rearrange it so that it will make sense. So in case you give your Power BI work to anybody, they will understand. So you can have something like this. Some people have their own style. You can do it like this. Um, you can do it like this too. You can make your dimension table to be surrounding your, what's it called, your fat table like this. So you can do something like this so that to be around it like this. So, and some people love to design their own in another way. So you can do your own like this. You can see now this is our fat table in the middle, surrounded by what? Our dimension table. And you can do another one. Some people love to do their own different style. Anyone that you like, you can do. Some people love to do their own like this. So everybody, let me collapse this place so that you can see it very well. So some people love to do their own like so that they can see that okay, this is one powering, this is the fat table for everything. Depends on anything that we want to do, but anyhow we do it doesn't affect our work. You can understand that. So anyone we like, you want to put it this way, you want to make it to surround it like this. So it's fine. So what we've done here now is what? We've created a data model. And how do you know if your data modeling is right or wrong? So let's test. Let's test that. So let me come to customer now. Let me do segments. This now. That's now I'm doing segments. Then I can come to this sales from fat table now and do, let me put sales there. And see now that we have what? We have, it has splitted them together. You can see. This thing is because we've created a relationship. So let me try to delete relationship from that from this customer now. Let's see what it will be. Let's see. You can see. Can you see the difference? Hello, everybody. Are you with me?
I'm
Yes,
not with you again. No,
it
what
is.
is on? I don't lost. So
So that's how we can ask questions as class proceed, right? Just pay attention to what I'm doing. It's not something that is hard. So this is how you know if your modeling is right to the other table. So once you see that you are getting the same result for it, definitely know that your data modeling is wrong, or you've not created a data model between the, should I say, between the two tables that you want to work with. For example, now I want to do sales by customer segment, but I have not created my relationship between my fat table and my customer table. So that's why it's giving me the same result. That's why it's giving me the same result. So if I come back to my displays now and I redo my relationship again to both of them now. So this web modeling just like you using VLOOKUP or something to bridge both of them, because immediately you click customer segment. Immediately we click customer segment now. Power BI has the capacity to take this consumer segment and go and filter it on the sales table, collate it and do, is it some, if that we call it some every area that is relating to consumer, put it there. Take corporate segment too, put it there. Take home office too, put it there. That's just how it's done. That's everything about data modeling. Like I've said or told us initially, right? On our dimension table, we don't have duplicate. Oh. It's because I've actually removed duplicate. So let me go back. Let me go back, right? Because I love to show us very well so that when we are working on real life, we won't be having any issue. So I've removed duplicate for this one. Can anybody remember the item that had duplicate the other time? Is it customer or product or which one? Okay, I think it should be product, Abby. It should be product.
Product.
So okay, let me go to products now and remove the duplicates. So I've removed duplicate for product now. So let me now load it back. We should have an error. We should have an error though. You can see exactly what I wanted to show. So you can see now column product ID contains duplicate. So any key that you have on your dimension table, you must not have a duplicate. And I've told us the reason why I can have a duplicate. A product ID cannot be A1 and be belonging to Semo and be belonging to Biggie at the same time. It must belong to one. Two students cannot be using the same matric number, right? You can't be 112, another student will be that 112. It's not possible, right? So that's just it about that one. So I'll be discarding. Okay, let me go back and remove the duplicate. So that's it for that one. That's it for that one. I hope we are all cleared. Are we all cleared? Yeah. So products. So let me remove duplicate back. So next thing we want to do is we want to create our date table now inside our Power BI. What is the importance of creating date table inside our Power BI? Why should we need to create a Power BI? There are many reasons, right? But one of the reasons is if you want to calculate your time intelligence, you can't be running the data from your fact table. You need to create a separate date table for it. Then you now create a data modeling. So anything that you want to run now, you'll be running it under your date table. Since you've connected it to your fact table, it will give you the actual results. And we'll be doing some demos around it too. So once you want to create our date table, how do we create our date table? Come to your modeling, come to new table. Once you come to your new table, something here like this will show up for us. Then be asking us what we want to create, dates. Some people call it calendar table. Anyone that we like, we can call our own date table, calendar table. So next is now asking us that, okay, what do we want to create? We want to create a date table. Then we have two ways of how we can actually generate our date table. At least let's say for now, because I can actually create your date table from Power Query as well, but we don't need that. So in case some people might have had other means of creating it, I'm like, they don't tell us there's only two ways. There are numerous ways of actually getting it done. So you just need to know the one that works for us and stick to it, right? So don't bother yourself by knowing many things. Just know the few one that give you your actual results, know it and focus on it. Nobody care about how you do it. They just care about your results. So we have a DAX function called what? Calendar. And we have a DAX function called what? Calendar auto. So if you use calendar auto has the power to what? To go inside this our fact table and generate random dates based on the dates, should I say date column that it found here. It's going to generate a date table for us. See now, if I'm creating automatically to just generate a date table for us itself. Let's see here now. You see now, it has generated the date table itself for us. That's one way of creating it. And if you not like it, you can do another one because this one is generating data as far as what 2014. So if the date that I found in your Power BI or your file is from 2023, so it's going to start the date too for 2020. But if you now want to specify the dates on your own, you don't want to use calendar auto, then can use one thing called what? Calendar. So calendar here will now ask you for your what? Start and end date, which is what? When do you want my date to start? And when do you want my date to end? That is what it is. So one of the things I always apply for me is that I always use minimum function. Let's say we are using other dates now. Let's say we are using other dates to pick other dates. You can say I pick minimum other date. I'm not going to pick this. So I'm going to pick minimum order date, which is what? Who can tell me the minimum order date is that the list date inside that column is going to come inside this place, orders. It's going to come inside this order date. What is the list? What is the list date here? Which is 2014. So that means it will be picking what? January 1, 2014. So I'm sure we all see reason why our calendar auto actually created a 2014 date for us. Then I'll comma the max date of the other date. Max date of the other date. Your own date can be anyone, no, can be anyone, just to show a different way of creating it, right? So then I'm done. Then I click enter. Casino is loading. So I've created my what? I've created my two dates. Now I can see the date that this one started is different from the one that auto calendar generated. Auto calendar actually started from January 1, 2014. But this one has started from January 3. Let's see if it's right. Saying January 3 is the list. So let's see. It's in January. Yeah. You can see that it's January 3. Are you following me, please? Are you
Yes,
following me?
yes, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so that's how we
Yes, so we are
actually got.
following you.
Okay, thank you. So that's how we actually got the so next thing is now is we've gotten the date. You can come here and change it to only the date. You only want the date. Change this place to only the date. You have this. So if you want to change the style, if you don't like this style, you can come here. You can change the style to maybe day month, day month. Where is it safe? Maybe something like this. If something like this that you like, you can try to change it. So we've created this now. We need more. We need months, right? We need to know our month. Maybe we want to do sales by month. So you come here, create a new column. So we want to do months. Let's say we want to do months. Let's first of all get month number. Let's get our month number is equals to month. So there is a function just like the way we have our sum if VLOOKUP in Excel. So there is already a function in Power BI already. So and that one permits me to add. There's the language of writing a function in Power BI is called DAX, the X of times DAX, and what it means is what data analysis expression. Data analysis expression. That's just what it means. In case they ask us in an interview that, okay, what is the language of Power BI? The way you write your function in Excel, what do they call the one that they use in Power BI? It's called what? DAX, the X of times, like X-ray, that times, right? So that's just it. So who can tell us? I remember doing a Power Query. I told us the language that Power Query is being used. What's the name of that language? Anybody to tell us? Language, the function language in Power Query. What's the name? Did not know it. Are you following me? We are cool. Oh. We are gentle tonight. What happened? Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We
We are
can
trying
hear
to
you.
listen.
So
We're
nobody has
following
answered
Power
for
Query.
me. Somebody has answered for me. Okay, the language for function in Power Query is M language. M language. So I want to create the month number here. So I'll be telling us where I'll be using it. So hopefully it will not go and do yama yama for me tonight. So I press enter. So it's just going to is a month. So and it's collecting a function called what? Date. It's just a single month function. So I've generated it. So I want to generate more column, which will be what the month name now. So we've generated the month number. We want to generate the month.
Hello. Please, are we still together?
We can't hear you more.
Yes, but we
I
can't hear
think
you.
it's the network.
I think his network is bad.
Yes, the network, even here, is also unstable.
Please, so are we still together?
We are still here. We are waiting for Paul to be back. I don't think he's on the call again now.
Well, it's a network issue.
Is he still on the meeting? I can't see his name here. I'm trying to check. Can't see him here.
Possibly he's trying to reconnect.
Exactly. So that's true. They are just not on the call and his name is not here. Um, network is bad.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Welcome back.
Yeah, well,
I hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. I don't know what happened to everything. So let me start the recording afresh. Because I said I've not felt I've uploading, so I'll match it at the end of the day. So who can tell me where we stop?
You were talking about month number.
Okay. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see.
yeah, very clear.
Once we can see my screen, let's confirm.
Okay, I can see your screen now from
Can you see
here.
my screen?
I can see.
Okay. So we have a function called format. So format is going to accept two parameters, or should I call it two arguments? So one is the value. What is that thing that we want to format? Is that our date. We want to extract month from this hour. They want to know is it February, is it January. So you can extract our month. We can say, okay, date is what we want to format, right? Comma. Then we use this sign MMM. MMM is the sign for months. MMM is sign for months. Then you press what? You enter. So this one is going to extract the month for us. So we're going to, you can see now we now have January. We have January. You can see we have May. So if, for example, now you want to do month and year too. You want to do month and year for your table now. You can call this table month year. Use your format again. in this date, I want to format it. The way we are saying 030124, want to format the way that you should appear. Just the way I taught us how to format in our Excel. Exactly what we are doing here. Maybe you write your date. Let me come to this place so that I can show us very well, so that you can understand what I'm saying. Let's say something I have a date is equals to today. Are you following me, please? Hello, are you following me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so
Yes.
you can come here now and say you want to format, you can say you want to format this date now to something like this. So exactly what we are doing in Power BI. This is exactly the same thing that we are doing in Power BI. So it's not something maybe new. So this date that we are seeing here now, we want to format it to show in another way. So that's what we are doing. So okay, okay, so we pass in the variable here, which is the date, comma. They want to pass our gem month here, then do here, dash YYY. It doesn't mean to be capital letter or small letter actually. Anyone you feel like. Then close the, let me make it 4 so that it be 2024. Close your brackets. You can see now we have our what January 2024. We now have it January 2014. So you can do something like this. So let's say we want to have one more for day. You can have it for that. So let's say this one week. So the start of writing it in concatenate. That we did concatenate in Excel, so can as well do such in Power BI. So I'm doing my concatenate here, week. But here now making use of this sign called upper sign. You can see. So I want to create. Okay, let me first of all create it normally before I try to make it look as if it's complete. So week number. I want to have a week number. Where is my week number coming from? It's coming from dates. It's from our date here. You can see. So we now have something here called day type. Let me see. You can see now week begins on Sunday. Week begins like where I work now. Our own week is Monday to Sunday. Some people their own week is Monday to Sunday to Saturday. Right? Everybody has their own stuff. So like this one now, Monday, week begins on Monday. So if you want to calculate your week now, all these week 1, week 2, week 3 reports now. So it depends on the day that your organization is actually was starting their own week. So for most, like I've said now, is Monday to what? Monday to Sunday. I think that is default. Okay, I think default should be this. I think default should be Sunday generally. So, but if your own company work does not start on Monday, now ask you to change it. So this is where you change it. You can see various you can see various options to change if it's this type that you want to use. You can see now this one, maybe this one begin on Thursday. So depending on what I don't need it just to show us in case we are seeing it. So you can see now we have something like this now. Week 1, week 1, week 1 means that they are still below week 1. If you count these two now must be 7. Make it complete 1 week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 7 days in a week. They move to another week. So like that, that's how it is. But now I want to create this between our week and 1. How do we do that? Come to this your formula here. The way we always write our string in Excel. This, put a space, put this, put a space, then put in your upper sign. Press enter. Then with this now we're able to create space. You can see now we've created space in our now. So let's do something. Let's try to pick a data from our week table. Let's put our month name. Let's maybe it's going to sort it so that sometimes you can see now it's not sorting it very well for us. You can see now it's not sorting in January, February, March for us. So we need to come back to that table and click this and say some column by month number. I hope it will work, sure. At least I have issue with it sometimes. Okay, glad it work. You can see now we now have January, February, March now. So we've created our table now. Very simple. We've created our date table. So next thing we need to go and do what? Do our data modeling. Model this date to what? To our fact table, because this is where we'll be picking our how many customer bought in 21, how many customer bought. So we need to model our date. So what do we do is what? Pick your own date here and pick your other date. Though we have two dates. We have two dates here. We have two dates here, which is ship date and other date. But we want to restrict our work to only what? Other dates. So take it here. Anyone you actually do, you can actually take from date to other dates, or you take from other date to anyone you are picking first. And there's some situation but you might need to calculate based on ship too. So do it, right? You can have 4 dates on the table, depending. Maybe you want to have delivery date or something. You can see. But once you're having your dates, once you're having 2 dates from your fact table connecting to a single date, you are going to have this. You are going to have this sign. You can see this sign dot 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 dot. Why this other one is straight, the other one is not straight. So what this other one is telling is that what is that? This one is not active, whereas this one is active. So if you are running any analysis or any time intelligence calculation, you'll be making use of your what? Of your other dates. That's what this place is telling. So if you now want to switch, let's say I want to calculate total number of customers that bought goods on the 20th or on the shipping date now, not on the other date. Like something we now call what? User relationship. What did I say, everyone?
User relation.
Yes, user relationship. So we now use user relationship to switch the should I say activeness or inactiveness of this. We'll turn on this inactive relationship with it to make it what? Active. They can now come down and narrow down based on what this ship date. Because this is what I'm saying in real life. You know that this is our order date, this is our ship date. If I say now on this date now, let's say January 2017 now. See now on 27, can see total number of customers that total record we have what? 33312. What's the date? That's let me see the date I picked. 2017. That's the 3312. So let me unfilter it now. Now let's go to our ship dates and pick that January 2017. So let's see what we are going to have. Let's say we are going to have the same thing. You can see 3312, but on the ship date we have what? 3303. So I'm sure we understand what it means, which means that that substitution whereby customer might order today now, they are shipping it next 3 days, next 2 days. So in case you want to shovel your date calculation based on the ship date, you now make use of that what? User relationship to give you your results. So I can create it there and I can leave it there just to explain to us. So we've created our date table. We've done our data modeling. What's next for us is what? We need to mark this thing that, okay, for this report that I want to build now, this is our date table that we'll be making use of. See now, turn it on here, choose the column that's for your date, this one, validated. What this is saying that Powerbi is trying to validate the column that you are selecting as date. If it's truly a date column that is there and it's a date column, that's why it's saying validated success. Click save. After click save, yes, so you've done it now. So with this now, I can come here and say I want to do sales by, let me pick month. So let me use month here. So let me uncheck it and put month here. You can see month here now. This is it now. You can see what we have now. And I can easily say maybe I want to do sales, I want to do profits, I want to do anything. So you can see now, because we've created relationship, that's why it's like this. So if there's no relationship, let me remove it so that you can see it. Let me remove this relationship so that you can see it. So for your work, it's always good that you have the date table. It's always good you have your date table that is speaking to your work. Can see now we'll be having the same results. Can you see? This is how you know if your modeling is right or if your modeling is wrong. This is how you know. So I can just go back there and just drag it back again since I've showed us what I wanted. Right. So okay, let me say let us pause tonight. So next week now we'll be rounding up our BI section, and that's where we'll be writing our dash function. I'll be building dashboards too, right? So I think we are good. We can do. We didn't do year. Nobody reminded me. In our date table column, we need to do year. So that I want to do sales by year. So we have year is equals to year. It's still same year. So it's calling for the date. What's our date? Is this? It's calling for a date column, a date value. Then we put in our date. We already have our date. We put it here and click it. That's it now. Then we have 2014. So I can come here to this year now and do my sales by year, right? So I can have something like this now. You can see. I remember we did something like this in Power BI that day, in Excel when we were doing our dashboard. So this is what we now have now, right? So this is it. This is it. So let me pause here. So can take question and answer. So I'm coming. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. Sorry, I'm back. So it's time for question. Yeah, before we call it a day, who has a question? Alex asks our question where is not clear to us. Yeah, so we'll continue from here. So we'll be building our dashboard and writing our dash function next week. So we are doing Power BI. Upper week is SQL. So let's ask question where is not clear so that I can retake it before we call it a day. Oh yeah, let's talk. We all understood it. No question.
Um,
Okay.
well done. My question is from the modeling. Can you no, not this place. That place that we have the function and that tables. Okay, the table view, yeah. So I'm confused how you were creating the columns and how
Okay.
to know what formula to use. I don't know because from that
Okay.
one
Okay.
now it's just dates. I don't.
So okay, so I get the angle you're coming from. So it's just like the way we have it in Excel that there are some preset function that handles everything that I want to do. So main thing is we knowing what we want to do. There are already functions that will calculate. Just like now I want to calculate sales by region. There is some if in Excel that will handle it for you. Likewise, when it comes to Power BI too. So there is this link that I'll be sharing with us soon. Coming. Um, if you go to youtube.com, so there is this some place, two guys that I can actually visit. So the main thing is the more we study research on this Excel function, Power BI function, just when we study Excel function, the more we tend to understand it. Why this one is loading? So let me just take time to explain this. So this is my date table. What is expected for a date table to have is you need to know your month, you need to know your month name, you need to create your month year, your week. You can even do day. So how did I know is that it's expected from me, okay, I want to have created my date table. My date table cannot just be empty. What and what columns did I need for my date table? Okay, my date table comprises of the day, the month, and the year, and it still contain of the week. It's still part of it that we have quarter. Even I don't even put quarter here, but I can even continue and do it and add my quarter. If you want to do maybe quarter sales, quarter one, quarter two. So since it's something that is relating to date, we definitely know what is expected of it to be there. It's just like when I'm saying like student data now. What's an example of student data? Your matric number, your name, your surname, your date of birth, your location, your mommy's occupation or something, right? That's just how it is for date too. So once I created my date table, what are the key things that my date table needs to have? What are the things that I need to calculate in future for my reports? Like, okay, my sense I want to calculate sales per week. I might just say I want to calculate sales by quarter. I might say I want to calculate my sales per day, maybe weekly sales, monthly sales, quarterly sales. So that's it. So like this one, I didn't put quarter, so I can come here and do quarter. So there is already a formula that does it. So quarter, I want to type this one manually. So I think I did something like this when I was writing week. So from now, right, then I put in my quarter. So there is a formula already. You can see now it's currently us quarter. You see, it's already here for us. Quarter is what January to March to fourth quarter, which is what October to December. So that's just how it is. So it's not something like maybe how did I know how it is? Just like since okay, I'm dealing with a date table. What is necessary calculation that I'm able to do in my date table? I can do sales by year, sales by week, sales by day, sales by month, like that. So with that, once I have it, I'll able to what able to just create a column that one does that. I want to see. So like this one I've done for quarter one, quarter two, quarter three. So this is it. We can go on and do it like this, right? So that just is I've done for quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. So that just how it is. Not something like maybe where will I know? It's just something that we'll know from within ourselves. You want to create, maybe they ask you now to create a template for record, maybe school fees. Like immediately they tell you now you want to collect what's the student's name, how much did the student pay? Is it collecting change? What's the mode of payment? Is it transfer? Is it payment? Is it giving receipt or it should come back from receipt? So all those details will just come naturally from us. That's just how that is how it is. Yeah, I don't know, maybe answer your question. So that this place I opened, yeah, analytics with Nags. There's something place, yeah, that's the YouTube channel. So all the what's it called? All the functions in that function in Power BI. This man, he does well. So you can play around this YouTube. Let me see. It every explanation around um that's this is what I personally this is what I use myself because I'll just say that I'll be watching maybe one or two videos per day, one video on Power BI function, and he explained it very well. This is the video. So all the Power BI task functions are here, and how you can make use of, how you can use them in real life. They are all here. So just watch maybe one per day. You can see the time: 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 minutes. So just watch them, apply them with it, right? And that's just how it is. I hope that's answer your question, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
Sister Blessing, I can see your hands up.
Yes. My question is when do we use data modeling as well as a dimension table? Like
Okay,
what are
so
the useful?
yes, yes. So, when you use data modeling now, if you are bringing in, how will I put it? You are working with a sales table now that doesn't have a full record. And what do I mean now is this. See now, if you come to this other table now, you are only seeing customer ID. You don't know which customer name is the person. Just like a student that they just call the matric number. Nobody know his full name. Nobody know where is he from. But if you need more details to where this customer is or maybe about that student, then there will be need for you to model this your other table to your to your customer table. So by the time you do your modeling now, okay, a student you can see what I'm saying now in real life. Now let's say I'm doing sales. Let's say I'm doing sales by customer. You can see now this sales by customer ID now. Then I do my sales here. Let me put sales up here now. So this sales now, you can see now deal sales. Then I want it to sum it for me from highest to low. We can see now it's not telling like XM 20320 is the highest customer that bought goods. Then they'll be like, what's the name of this customer? And I'm like, it's in one book. Oh, let me go and find it. Then that's when you now come, you now do what? You memorize this name, XM20320. Then you need to come to this your customer table and be doing control SM2023 or something. Let me find. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. Let's find the full name. Sorry, XM dash 20320. You can see now the other thing. So the name of the customer is Sean Miller. Because if you have done your data modeling in Power BI, you can easily get it. You can easily get the name of that customer here from your Power BI easily. So that's the importance of you doing your data modeling. It helps us to able to go deeper in our analysis. It's just like maybe now I'm using plate number to work now. And this plate number, which contract is it? Where does it? Who owns that truck? Who is the driver that is driving that truck? Since I've done my data modeling on the back, I don't need to be going to maybe Google Sheets or go to Microsoft SharePoint or anywhere. For my BIA, I can actually tell them that, okay, this is the name of the customer, this is the name of the contract, this is the name of the manager, this is the name of those that are in charge of that. I can give them the full detail because of what? I've done my data modeling. I've done my data modeling here at the back. Should I say unified? I've synchronized those data, or any grammar that we can call it. I've joined those data together. So if I'm calling A1, that A1 will speak for everything here. We speak of everything here. So data modeling is very key that we really need to, because your fact table will not contain all your information. You see now, just like now, a customer want to buy goods from your company, or okay, all these fintech people that are on board customer, you see that they will put the sticker in front of that customer shop. Mommy number thing is A111. So the next time that they are coming, they already have the full details of what the customer that they've onboarded. So they will just check only your ID. Okay, customer A111. Oh no, Gupano wow is on Agbeni Road. They can even know that okay, this more details about that customer. But it's not that maybe you visited a customer today now, you're asking me, Mommy, what's your name? The customer gave you a name. You came tomorrow again, you're asking now, what's your name? The customer even asks you that, well, I gave you my name yesterday now. You should be able to know more details like that. So, but for you to be able to do that, you have to have done your data modeling. So that's just what data modeling is all about. That's just simple. I can actually give us that I can actually understand about it. Yeah. I hope I've answered your question.
Much.
Okay, who else has a question?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Who else has a question? Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, we'll meet next week. We'll meet next week. So that's when we conclusion our Power BI. That's the conclusion of Power BI.